So this is a very exciting video for a lot of people and myself, guys. We're going to go over my YouTube revenue for the last few months. Okay, the reason I'm showing you this is not to gloat. In fact, there's a lot of people in this community that makes way more money on YouTube than I do. You've got to understand that I don't put out a lot of videos. I put out roughly 8 to 9 videos a month, and that's it. There's some people that do every single day. I put 8 to 9 a month, so I don't do a lot of videos. But this is such an important topic because at the end of the day, you've got to make as much money as you can, especially if you're doing this full-time and you don't have a full-time job. If you do not have a full-time job and you're actually doing this full-time, you need to make as much money as you can for your family and yourself. And one way to do that is through YouTube revenue. Now, the reason I am very high on YouTube revenue right now is because if you buy a storage unit for $400 and you make $300 from YouTube, let's say you made $300 from that video, you can see top earning videos in the month of October are these right here. So I did this video right here and I made $430. So you can literally pay for your storage unit from YouTube. Isn't that crazy? So the reason I'm bringing this up, a pro tip, guys, is don't spin your wheels. You need to, and we'll go over this in later videos because there's going to be a whole topic on social media, but you have to do YouTube because there's so many different things that come from YouTube that will help you tremendously. One is money. Two is the comments. When you release a video, people are going to comment on what you find, and there may be something that they find through your video that you didn't know anything about, and you could be losing money. But if you put it on YouTube and they tell you what it is, they may help you save money. But again, we'll do a separate video on that. This is the purpose of this video is YouTube revenue. So the month of October, which is last month, as I'm filming this, I made $3,797. Okay, this is huge. This paid for all my storage units the month of October. And as you can see, that's my YouTube revenue, right? So I make, you know, anywhere from basically I was averaging about $100 a day is what I was averaging, right? So $100 a day isn't a lot, but it's a big amount because that's almost $4,000 that I have made from YouTube. Now, I'm not saying that when you start a YouTube channel and you start buying storage units that day one you're going to make this money. You're not going to make this money day one. In fact, you've got to be over 1,000 subscribers and you have to be over a certain amount of watch minutes before you actually can even make any money really on YouTube. But this is a possibility, guys. This is where you can make extra money. You can also build a community, a brand, and the biggest tip I can give you, number one tip about storage unit buying with YouTube, you can take on what? More risk. You can take on more risk with the with the storage units. So if you find a storage unit that you want to buy that's typically a little more money than you would spend, you can buy that and take on a little bit more risk because you know you'll make some money on that video via YouTube revenue, okay? So the reason I really think YouTube is a big portion of why I'm so successful is because when I see a storage unit and it goes for a lot of money, I know that I'm going to make some of that money back on YouTube so I can spend a little bit more and risk a little bit more on that storage unit. So highly recommend you do YouTube day one before you even buy the storage unit. Create a YouTube channel, create a cool catchy name. We'll go over that in other videos. And make sure that you start YouTube and you film you going through the storage unit because it will reduce your risk, also reduce your bad buys. If you buy a storage unit and it's a horrible storage unit, you're going to make some of that money back on YouTube revenue, so it's not a total loss. And then on the flip side, if you find a storage unit that is absolutely amazing, you're going to make some of that money back on YouTube revenue so you can spend a little bit more money and take on bigger risk. The people that are not on YouTube don't have that extra revenue, and what happens there is they cannot take on more risk, and if they do a bad buy, they're not recouping any more money. YouTube allows you to do both options. So you need to be on YouTube, and you never know when a viral video will hit. This video made me $1,000 last month, virtually, right? I only paid $400 for the storage unit. I actually made more money on YouTube than I did the storage unit. Not necessarily because I ended up making thousands on that unit, but you get the point. If that was a bad storage unit, I actually would have made more money with just the video than the unit itself if it wasn't a very good unit. So it protects you both ways. If you want to take on more risk for better units, and if you end up getting a really bad unit, you need to get paid a little bit to recoup some of that cost. Highly recommend storage unit buying coupled with YouTube. And the reason I did this video is just to be 100% transparent and show you what I made the last few months. Now, some months I didn't make anything, okay? And I got to be honest, I've got a busy schedule. I've got kids. I've got, warehouse. Storage unit buying is not my 100% income. But you can see here, $1,500, almost $4,500, almost $3,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000, $2,000. I make decent money on storage unit buying coupled with YouTube. You need to do YouTube. You have to do YouTube. It's not a negotiation. Put yourself on the internet, make money, so that way you can put yourself in the best position to win.